What's up, YouTube? It's Crazy Games here. I got a drone for Christmas, so I was thinking maybe I could get some cool drone shots for YouTube. I am not good at flying the drone yet, but I will. I do have drone videos shots coming up. I'll be voiceovering them to explain what was going on because there is no sound capture on the drone. So here's the first attempt I actually kept. All of these start off this close to the rocks. It lifts off a little bit, and then it's really laggy because it's sending it straight from my phone, from my drone's camera to my phone. Then I attempted a landing. I thought it was on the other side, but it landed in the direct middle of the road. So I lifted it back off, and it kind of lost control. I come back, I pick it back up, take some of the snow off, and then I put it down for another liftoff. And it did not get anywhere as far as the first one. It even flipped upside down and caused some snow to get over the camera. So I came back up, wiped even more snow off, and put it back down for one final liftoff. And this liftoff actually got pretty high, but my lack of knowing how to land it caused it to kind of come straight down and crash. But while it was up in the air, it actually got a decent amount of view. If you paused it a little bit, you could have saw me in that corner. And there's where I used to record the vlogs. And with my lack of knowing how to land it, it just bounced off the ground and then crashed. Even though it bounced off the ground and then crashed, it went back up into the sky because I was still holding up by accident. We got a on top of our roof shot, and then I actually landed it. Second attempt, it started off really close to the ground. The liftoff is always very laggy, but I got it a little higher this time. And by little, I mean a lot. So high that it got very laggy and crashed straight into the tree. And then lost control. I was already on my walk back when the camera switched, so it looked like it was buried. Now, I didn't know it wasn't buried, so I put lift back up and trying to get it out of the snow. While here it just goes right back up, crashes across the road, and lands right next to someone else's car. I then run over, make sure it didn't hit the car. I walk back over to the liftoff spot and give it another try. And then we attempt another liftoff, and it hit the rocks and then went pretty high and stayed in still for once. So I was able to get a decent sturdy photo, like a decent sturdy picture, and then it lost control. And the way I landed this one, where it falls down, then softens its landing, and then lands for real, is how I've been landing it until I learned how to actually land it. But the first time it flipped upside down, I walked right by it, and then realized it was on the ground. And again, it starts on the ground, lifts up, and actually went really high this time, and stayed pretty straight, but still inevitably lost control and crashed. and then lifted off again and got a decent height, but still lost control. I was able to regain control, fly it a little bit more straight, almost landed it on the second flying pad that I've been using, but crashed it, and safely landed it even after I crashed it. I moved it back to the second place I lifted off, and then tried to fly it across the road. And actually kind of got it across the road without losing control. But after it got across the road, I lost a bit of control. And it started to go really far right. And then I was able to start to land it until it collapsed and landed in someone else's yard. I was able to hurry over there. It didn't land anywhere in their yard. It just landed right outside their yard. So I was able to pick it back up and take it back for another attempt. So I was trying to practice landing now. So I was trying to get it up to a safe position and then land it. But I did not land it and almost hit myself with the drone going backwards. Instead of hitting me, it hit the fence behind me. I was able to pick it back up and start from a safer position in landing to make sure that it did not do that. The first landing was a success. And from here, I attempted a very high landing, which was going to be very challenging for me. So it went up really high. I actually caught myself in the drone somehow, flew it, almost crashed into the garage and then the fence again, and did a safe landing, and then went for the high one. And once it lifted off, it actually got a decent height, and then it was when I had to try landing it safely down, and even landed it on the first try without a bounce. I actually yelled yes, but because the drone has no sound capture, you can't hear it. A lot of crashes. Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys next time.